Hello. So this is another episode on the podcast. It has been a while, so it has. What's been going on? Firstly, in my world, we're coming in when this is filmed right now. It is September. So I was back home and I was in the UK and I was speaking in Dublin, in Belfast. I'd done a little bit of travel in London, which was amazing. We held one of our client events in Belfast. We actually just recently had an event here in Dubai, and that was our first event over here too, which was great. At the minute, we're currently intaking for our fat loss challenge, but however, our Finish Fat Loss Forever challenge. But I would say by the time this is out, that'll probably all be done and over, the intake and things. But yeah, it's been good. It's been busy. I can't believe we're already in September. What else has been going on? I've been training really hard. I've been boxing. So for all of you that know, I have my body composition goals that I have every single year, but I also set performance goals. And one of the performance goals that I'm currently working towards at the minute is to box off a boxing fight. I wanted to do it by the end of the year, but it looks likely that the main big event that I want to aim for isn't going to be happening until the new year. However, there are smaller fights. So there are, and hopefully if they come around, I'm going to enter them and do them. But it's been a great experience. So one of the competitions that is run here, it's almost like watching Sky Sports. It's massive. There's commentators, there's black tie event, there's press conferences. It isn't just like a white collar. It is taken very seriously. It's an incredible setup. So yeah, you'll be able to tune in live or wherever you are. Probably around April time it'll be. But it's been a really eye-opening experience. I didn't realize the sheer amount of skill in boxing. I didn't realize the level of fitness, even as well. Like I've done ultra marathons. I've done played sports for years. I've done bodybuilding. I've done powerlifting. I've done all these different feats. But you see, when you add in like psychological concentration and fear, so you do, especially like for me in the first few weeks, when you add in the psychological fear aspect, like your heart rate, your fitness, it goes up to a different level. There's a whole different requirement. And also as well, like it's even just getting used to holding your gloves up and your shoulders just get a ridiculous pump. Not even a pump, just ridiculous fatigue. They get burned out so quickly, and if you drop your hands, boom, that's you gone. So yeah, I've been hit my fair few punches, but it's been a great experience so far. The gym that I'm training at, I joined a gym called Box IQ here in Dubai, and like Usyk is trained there. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not the number one boxing fanatic, but that Tyson Fury. I've got into watching boxing a lot more. Watched his documentary series, even though it was kind of just reality. But it's been cool. And there's like a world champion coach who trains that and stuff. It's class. It's an absolute elite boxing facility. If you're into boxing and you're in Dubai, definitely check it out. But yeah, that's been a big focus, and that's been really cool to get into. So it has. After this, like while I'm in this part of the world, I probably will do a triathlon, but I'm thinking of like doing like a target afterwards of like putting on 12 kilos in 12 months of like lean quality size and doing that. That will be more of a body comp goal. Solely, I might do that. That's what I'm sort of itching towards. But I've got this massive bucket list of things that I want to tick off, and I've been ticking them off every year. So yeah, I can't wait to see where I get to when I'm 30 and I've got all these massive things like that I've achieved. And even one big motivation for me as well with training and stuff is I want to have all these logbooks of all the things that I've achieved, so then I can pass it on to my future children and be like, right, this is how you get jacked, right, this is how you get ripped, right, this is what you eat and train for your first marathon, right, this is what you need to know for your triathlon, this is what you need to know and remember for a boxing fight, this is what you need to do for getting into sport. Like I want to have that so that I can just give them it when they're like 18, 19, 20. I think that would be so cool just to have like your own blueprint. Like people obviously give values and stuff, but here's my like physical blueprint. So that's a big motivation for me as well, to be able to do that and just pour my full ability into my body and my abilities and my physical abilities. So yeah, that's a big share about what I've been up to, some things I've been working on. So yeah, I hope that gives you an insight. But what I want to come on talk about today was I've been hammering out a lot of content, and it's been so good to get your insights on what you're enjoying, what you're finding useful, what you've went and applied. And I put out a post on Facebook, and I got a massive reaction. So I made a mental note of it, and I was like, right, I'm going to do a podcast on this and go into a lot more depth on this because it was so beneficial. So if I worked a 9 to 5, right? I know a lot of you work more. I know some of the guys work 60, 70-hour weeks, and we are very well known for getting guys in shape, even though they are ridiculously busy. One of our recent guys was actually up at 3:30 every single morning, and he got absolutely ripped. So he did because he was doing his own. He was doing his own business. Then he was working his job, and then also as well his family and his kids and stuff to take care of, and then other responsibilities. And like you see, when you see individuals like that who are absolute savages who just make it happen and make it work and like optimize every hour of every day, it is incredible. But yeah, today what we're going to talk about is, if you wanted to strip off 20 to 30 pounds and you worked a 9 to 5 and you wanted to enjoy a Saturday night meal, here is what I would do. Literally step-by-step guides, okay? So there's 20 points that you'll want to take down, you'll want to note, and yeah, you'll want to run with if that's your goal. So firstly, I would hire a coach. I wish I got one sooner. I got into training and I just researched the internet. I researched back then all the forums. I watch YouTube videos every night. Like I just researched so much. And you know what? Like it did get me places. Like I did do well, but I was trying to put the pieces of the jigsaw all together myself. Whereas it wasn't until I got a coach that it really fast tracked my progress. It gave me a lot of clarity in what I was actually doing. It also made me feel like I knew that I was progressing, and that certainty that you get and that like even just achievement feeling helped me push harder. Okay, I know that I definitely thrive more off being in that environment and knowing, right, this is going in the right track. It's kind of like, imagine you're like going into imagine you're a footballer and you're playing a football match, right? You know you're winning 3-0. You'll try harder. You'll have that little bit of flair. You'll do the old trick. You'll go for it. You'll be on the offense. That's what's like when you have a coach, because you know that you're winning. You've got a process and you know what you're working towards. And as I say all the time, the stress is in the gaps when you don't know what you're meant to be doing. You don't know how you're meant to be eating. You don't know when you're meant to be eating. You don't know the weight that you're meant to hit. You don't know all these things. That is when you will get complacent. That's when you'll not get to where you want to be, and it'll just hold you back. So hire a coach. Obviously, I'm going to say that, but honestly, it'll be the best investment of your life. You got to think of it like this too. It's like, you're going to learn skills that you'll need for life. Like the reality is you're going to be eating every single day for the rest of your life. You're going to be living in your body for the rest of your life as well. Like hopefully if you're listening to this podcast, you will be a lifelong lifter. You'll be lifting when you're 70, 80, 90, so you will. So you're going to need these skills. So you may as well put it into that. Okay. So I could go on a whole different podcast episode around coaching and the importance of it, but hire a coach first off. Okay. Secondly, set a deadline. Okay. None of this dragging it on for months. Like, let's face it, dieting, you're putting a restriction on the amount of calories that you're consuming. Now, don't get me wrong, you can still enjoy yourself, you can still have burgers, you can still have pizzas, you can still enjoy the Saturday night as we're talking about here. But when you set a deadline, that drives decisions. You get things done. You squeeze out that extra 2,000 steps. You squeeze out that extra effort in your session. You make sure you take your photos. You make sure that you don't eat a packet of Jaffa cakes. You only eat 2 of them. Like, setting a deadline just gives you that urgency. It makes it a necessity. And yeah, you'll improve. So you will. You'll get there faster. Okay. So set a deadline. Don't drag it on. Don't put yourself through that pain. Most people that don't have a deadline end up just being in a fat loss phase year on year. You should get a fat loss phase done once, get it done right, just like we're doing right now. As I said earlier on, we are running a Fat Loss Forever challenge where we're getting the guys between September just before Christmas, off £30 so that they never need to diet ever again. So get it done, okay? Set the deadline. Make even if you can't get coaching or whatever, that is completely cool. Put it in the calendar. Like, tell everyone about it. Set a consequence if you don't hit it. Like, if you have to eat a tin of dog food or whatever, like, set a deadline, set a commitment, set a forfeit, and just get it done. Deadlines drive decisions. Okay, third thing, establish a wind down routine. Okay, this will help you get to sleep earlier, and it'll also allow for your sleep to get better. So set a reverse alarm clock. Okay, so that might be, you might set it for a few hours before your bed, but just start to wind down, and set a time and intention. Right, I'm going to be in bed for 10. I'm going to be in bed for 11, and you'll notice that that'll help you with your cravings. It'll help you with recovery. It'll help you get more done. It'll help you find more time to train. It'll be a game changer for you. I would personally, like, if it were me, I would adapt my day-to-day timing and things, and I would crush a session before work. If I was working a 9 to 5, I would get in, 40-minute session, get in and get out, and I would crush a session before work. And if you're concerned about your energy and things for work, like, just start off with simply moving. You don't even need to, like, absolutely crush yourself, but just get into that habit of doing that. I would do 40-minute sessions in the morning before work. Again, it's what's best for you. It's what time that you train at, etc. But I would do that. If I was designing that workout and stuff, I would do full body sessions Monday and Tuesday, and I would focus on strength. And then on Thursday and Friday, I would do, on Wednesday, I would do a walk, and I would listen to the Level Up Academy podcast to stimulate my mind, give me the ideas that I need around my food, around my training, around my mindset, and as well, just, keep me going on my steps. And then on a Thursday and Friday, I would put together sessions that I want to focus on. So if I want to grow a bigger chest, then I would do Thursday chest, tricep, shoulders, and then Friday I would do legs and back or whatever. I would automate my weekday meals. So we're on point 8. I'd automate my weekday meals. So Monday to Friday, definitely I would just make sure that I have the same breakfast, lunch, snacks, and then I would allow for variety for dinner. The reason why is because, like, decision fatigue, just you don't want to have a million and one things to think about. Of course, it may be a little bit boring. You could even choose 2 different options. Like, I have 2 breakfast options, 2 lunches options, and then different snacks or whatever. But just outlining that and being proactive around that is going to be a game changer for you. And then, as I said, make dinner as a variety, whatever you wish, within your calories. Okay. Now, I've worked with over 1,000 individuals, and I've helped so many guys that work, as I said, not only a 9 to 5, but even busier, and automating your meals. Like, this is I get real guys, real results, and that's just a realistic way to help. And it isn't as bad as what you think. Okay. Point 9 is I would have a pre-workout. If I was training in the morning, of a coffee and a banana. So I would coffee, banana, even if I wanted maybe 25 grams away. If you really wanted, what you could do is you could have 25 grams away, and you could put it in some milk. You could have a coffee, and it could be like a chocolate mocha. And then you could have the half a banana on the side. Okay, that would be great. Yeah, you've got everything hitting there. For easiness post-workout, I would always just have a shake or protein notes. If you haven't had oats, like, because I know it can be like, it's kind of like a thing, like a fitness food. If you haven't had protein notes, like, give it a go. Like, you see, I used to think, oh, I don't like porridge, I don't like oats, but you see, when you actually make good protein and oats, it tastes unreal. And you can have loads of different options. So you can have various different toppings to make it really tasty, but definitely give it a go. Or if you don't like that, you could even just do yogurt and protein or whatever. Or you could just do a simple shake. But anyways, I would have a shake and protein notes for easiness and for speed. And that brings me on to my next point. I would have speedy meals for lunch. So if I was working a 9 to 5, I would just get a ton of cooked chicken, do it on a Sunday and a Wednesday. And what I used to do is just literally, like, I would cook chicken in the oven, loads of different, spices and things and marinades and all that. And I would just put it in the oven, do it on a Sunday, do it on a Wednesday, and then just have either like a chicken wrap with it, so the wraps, or possibly even like a bag of rice, and easy, speed, quick, works well. We design a massive list of speedy meals. If you message me, speedy meals, I'll even shoot you it over. But these are just quick, easy meals that work for busy guys. I would enjoy extra calories in the evening to unwind. So I would, if I was on 2,500 calories, I would have 1,000 calories minimum for my last meal. Well, not my minimum, probably 1,000 calories for my last meal to enjoy it. And I would go a little bit lighter throughout the rest of the day. Saturday would be my flexi day where I would indulge a little bit. So where I would have a meal out and I would just buffer my calories beforehand. So a flexi day is where you give yourself one day to go towards maintenance calories, to allow for adherence, to allow for enjoyment, and to give yourself just that ability to go and socialise, to enjoy that Saturday night. And you can still go out and have a meal and like lose like 1% of your body weight, lose 2 pounds a week or whatever, if you have everything dialed in. If you have that, the problem is like most people aren't proactive and aren't clear on what they need to be doing throughout the week. So then, like, yeah, it does sabotage. But if you have everything dialed in, you'll be able to go out and enjoy a meal out so you will and still lose weight, like all of our guys do. Choose gins. I would choose gins if I was drinking, rather than heavy beers. Again, like, if you don't like gins, go vodka, but it does just help from a calorie perspective. And even if it is for a short period of time, like I said, set a deadline on this fat loss. And if you were to do that, like, honestly, like, just for this period of time, it would help you so much. And then you can go back to beers, you can go back to cider, whatever you go for, but it'll help you in the initial onset. And stay accountable, and I check my physique every morning while I brush my teeth. This will keep you focused, and it'll also as well motivate you. So it will, because you'll see your physique, like, look, I want to make changes and things. You also as well see the small little changes, especially in the morning, of how you're looking. You'll see the odd vein, you'll see the little bit tighter, you'll feel leaner, which will really keep you going. I would tame my sweet cravings by 10%. I would tame my sweet cravings by allowing for 10% of my calories for some junk food. So I would allow myself some Hilltop ice cream. I would allow myself a protein bar. I would allow myself like some junk food here or there. So 10% of my calories I would give towards foods that I just enjoy. I would hold high standards for the other 90%. And I would aim as well towards 90% session consistency. So I've set out 4 days per week. I have to hit 90%. That's my marker. 90% of my sessions is a good marker. Point 18, we're getting through these. I hope that you're taking notes from these. I hope that you're getting a lot from this. But this is just going to give you so much clarity so that you can go and smash this goal of stripping off 20 pounds while working 9 to 5. I'd bounce back after slip-ups, okay? And how we do this is if you have a poor meal, you can't have 2 poor meals in a row. So if you do have a slip-up, you can't have a second meal. Even if it's in the middle of the day and Susie Sally offers you a McMuffin or whatever, like, you have to get the next meal back on track. It just has to be high quality. No 2 poor meals in a row. And then lastly, 19, I would shout out about my goals to everyone. I would shout to the rooftops. I would tell everyone, I am going to be 20 pounds down in 3 months. I am going to be at this goal. I would put it up on my stories. I would showcase to everyone what I'm eating. I would do the whole rock thing and tag my gym at like 5 a.m. or 6 a.m. or whatever time in the morning. I would tell everyone what I'm doing loudly and proudly, because then this adds pure accountability. You won't want to go back. You won't want to put on the weight. Like, this forces you into just taking action, which can be so powerful. And so it can. And then lastly, I'd end every day with a voice note that I sent myself, all my wins and why I'm doing it. And then the next morning, I'd play it to myself when I'm needing motivation. So all the little wins that you're achieving, I would note it down. Today, I went in, I smashed my 32s. I'm constantly eating better. I'm looking better. People are talking to me about how I'm training, how I've got more energy. I'm noticing changes. My shirts are feeling better. I would send this voice note and I would constantly play it. And this will just condition you to know that, right, you are being successful. This is important. Even get very deep and say why you want it. Like, why is it important for you to live a leaner, healthier lifestyle? What would it do for you? What would it do for your work? What would it do for your career? What would it do for your love life? Okay, get very, very clear on that. Okay, just when you have a reason, when you have a vision, and it's so clear, it's so anchored in, it will help you so much. When you don't feel like it, when you feel like sleeping in, when you feel like eating shit, it will keep you focused. Okay, so there are 20 things that I would do if I was wanting to lose 20 pounds, working around a 9 to 5, and also enjoying a meal out on a Saturday. Again, these are the things that I use with my clients. This has been tried and tested, okay? Of course, there's aspects that you could personalize and stuff, but guys, like, if you follow these, if you are serious and you go and do this, you will get the results that you want. So, yeah, let me know if you find this useful. If you do want the Speedy Meals document, send me the word Speedy Meals and I'll shoot you that over. And yeah, there's more episodes to come. There's going to be a lot more info, so I'm excited for you.